I just want to comment on some of the things that David and Alexis said in their speeches. And that the first is SB 1070 is unconstitutional. Some of the statements I said in my first speech were unnecessary, but some of these, the ones I have now are apparently necessary. The president says that includes, for example, the recent efforts in Arizona, which threatens to undermine basic notions of fairness that we cherish as Americans, as well as we trust between police and the communities, that is so crucial to keeping us safe. He also says, I constructed members of my administration to closely monitor the situation and examine the civil rights and other implications of this legislation. President Barack Obama's administration filed a lawsuit arguing that the state doesn't have the right to enforce the immigration law. Senator Napolitano said that we have deep concerns with the law. It will distract from the siphon resources that we need to concentrate on those in the country illegally, from those who have committed the most serious crimes. Another representative is Raul Grijalva, and he says when it's institutionalize a law like this one, you are targeting and discriminating at a wholesale level against a group of people. Justice Department lawyer Edwin Zendler says that if every state did this, we would have a patchwork of laws on immigration. The chief of police department of San Francisco, George Gascon, said that the anti-immigration bill will have a catastrophic effect on the policies and set back community policing efforts for decades. It also has a negative effect on the economy. The Perryman Group estimates if unauthorized immigrants were removed from Arizona, the state would lose $26.4 billion in economic activity, $11.7 billion gross state product, and approximately 140,324 jobs would be lost. Immigrants and Latinos play in Arizona's economy, and considering Arizona's current budget deficit of $3 billion, enacting SB 1070 could be a perilous move. Over 35,000 businesses in Arizona are Latino-owned sales and receipts of $4.3 billion and employed 39,363 people in 2002. The University of Arizona's Underlaw Center of Studies in Public Policy estimates that the total economic output attributable to Arizona's immigrant workers was $44 billion in 2004, which sustained roughly 400,000 full-time jobs. The measure would affect about 500,000 illegal immigrants estimated to live in Arizona, according to the statistics from the Centro Hispano. It is also negatively affecting Latino businesses as well, causing boycotts. The Spanish language television network Univision is pulling television and radio ads from the group Latinos for Reform, which urge people not to vote. The immigration reform, which Alexis was stating, says that Chairman Edward P. Lazar from the Council of Economic Advisors noted that our review of economic research finds immigrants not only help fuel the nation's economic growth, but also have an overall positive effect on the income of native-born workers. The Department of Labor, DOL, sponsored surveys have concluded that those workers who obtain legal status under the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986, IRCA, experience an average of a 15% increase in wages within 5 years. Legalizing undocumented workers would improve wages and working conditions for all workers and increase tax revenues for federal, state, and local governments, which came from the source, can reform boost the U.S. economy. Another immigration reform that...
I gotta cut you off, you're at 4.5 minutes.